Everybody, this is Steve with Smitty's Fly Box. Today I'm going to tie a little fly called a roughneck. This is a fly that we are doing in our beginner fly tying box. I got a thing for copper beads. I like copper beads. I don't know, just because I feel like I catch some fish with it. So this is basically a zebra midge in kind of the nymph form, but this has a tungsten. This is a size 16 scud hook with a 2.4 tungsten bead, and I'm just laying down a little thread base here as I work my way back to create a tail. I'm using 8/0 thread, so I'm going to take my thread back a little ways, and for the tail we're going to use pheasant. So I'm just going to grab probably a little clump of maybe 10 or so of those pheasant fibers and try to even up the tips as best I can there, like that. And I want the tail to be about half the length of the hook shank. So once I have that measurement, I'm going to pinch it right there, and then I can hold it really carefully on an angle and bring my thread around, and it'll roll right up on top right there. And I'm just going to tie down that pheasant all the way up to the bead. And this just helps me create a little underbody and build up a little bit of that body, and also helps me seat that bead a little bit. So okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to take my thread and we're going to use our wire now. I just have small copper wire for the rib. In the box I sent you a couple colors of thread, so you can do a couple of variations of this fly, a couple colors of beads. I really like this fly as like a dropper fly. Okay, so I'm just holding that thread again right there behind the bead, and I'm attaching my wire right there. I'm going to carefully build a body going back. So I'm just trying to make nice even wraps with my thread as I work my way back to the base of the tail. Right there. And let's just continue coming back. So again, over the top away from us, just trying to make nice tight even wraps. And once I reach the bead, I can have my thread there waiting for me. Now I'm going to wrap this wire over the top away from me and just build a nice tight even body here going forward, just as we would a zebra midge. And then once I reach the bead, I'll hold that straight up in the air and bring my thread over with my left hand to tie down that wire nice and firm. Give it a couple nice little tugs. And I'm going to wrap in front of that wire slightly, come back over, and now I can you can snip it with your scissors, or I'll just take my wire and just give it a couple good spiral wraps. Okay, now I'm just going to put on a little collar here for the roughneck. So I've just sent you some different dubbings here. This is just a little kind of a buggy natural bunny dub here. And I don't need much at all, really, just a small little wisp. And I'm going to dub that on there. When I dub this, I like to keep a section of that kind of undubbed, the top section, and then when I come around with a couple turns there, I get that roughneck look. And I'll trim this out. That's pretty buggy right now. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right on my thread, just touch it there with my thread, and then I can make one or two wraps, and that just helps glue everything in there. Now we'll do our whip finish over the top of that, and then we'll pick out this dub. Now with this, where I left that kind of loose, I can actually take my fingers here and just kind of pick out how much I want, or trim it with my scissors. And I just like a little, not a big gob of dub, just enough that I get a little feelers out there like that. And that just adds a little bugginess to that. So you can make that as buggy or as tight as you'd like. If I wanted to trim it down a little bit, we could do that as well. And it's been a good little fly for me. Again, I like it as a dropper in the summer. That tungsten bead gets it down just enough, heavy enough just to get it in little pockets in the smaller streams that I'm fishing. So I hope you enjoy that, and look forward to next month.